Hello, welcome back to our list. This is our countdown of top 100 board games of all time. This is number 80 through 71. I'm Kyle.
I'm Tina.
And let's get right to the list. Number 80 is Yinch. Yinch is a two-player abstract. It's in the GIP series. We've played it 8 times. Came out in 2003. Really enjoy this one. It's a really, it's kind of like Connect 4 in a way, but much better and much more well done. This one's a lot of fun for us.
And now we can play it more because we have it. My number 80 is Saboteur. This is another bluffing game that we have, and it was made in 2004. It plays 3 to 10 people. We've played it about 5 times, and it plays in about 30 minutes. I like this game because I am actually good at it, and I can bluff you in it, which makes me happy.
Yeah, it's a really good, fun multiplayer. You get up to, I think it goes up to 8?
10.
It goes up to 10, so you can get a lot of people in a big group to play this game. There's a little bit of downtime with 10 people. I think we have played it 10 people.
Yeah, we
played
it.
But it's a lot of fun trying to figure out who's who.
Exactly.
My number 79 we don't have with us is Navigador. It's a nice little rondel game. Same creator that did Concordia did this one. We played it 3 times. It's one of those games that we have not played enough, but really enjoy it. Navigador.
My number 79 is Hatton Project. And we have the Nations and the second stage expansions in here too. They're okay. They don't add a lot to it, but they give it a little bit of an oomph. It was made in 2012. It plays 2 to 5 players. We've played it 3 times now. We never get this game on the table. We even set it up and we don't play it. It's craziness.
Yeah, we've only played this one 2-player. We have not played with bigger groups.
Yes.
It's something that we've got to get on the table.
Absolutely. But it's economic, card drafting, worker placement, and I really like the art in it. It's really kind of quirky and fun. The components are really nice, and I love that you can use someone else's board and block them from stuff. That makes it
definitely
fun.
For a Euro, it has some meanness to it.
It does. It definitely does. That's my number 79.
My number 78 is For Sale. It is a quick little auction game. We played it 4 times. We don't have a copy of this one either, unfortunately. Came out in '97, so it's an older game. Tina's not a big fan of this one, but I really like the auction part of it. It's a lot of fun to just play a quick, almost mindless game. There's not a whole ton of strategy to it, but it's something we really enjoy with. I really enjoy with bigger groups, and it's For Sale.
My number 78 is Dixit. I have Dixit Journey, but we have played several different versions of Dixit, and I love them all. The artwork is phenomenal. Hands down, just great artwork. It's a bluffing game. There's some humor. It's a party game. It's a card game. It was made in 2012. It plays 3 to 6 players, and we've had 6 plays over the various different versions of it. Plays in about 30 minutes. There's nothing I dislike about it other than that we don't get it on the table enough.
I mean, if you're a fan of apples to apples, I think this is a better version of it. It's more creative, and it gives you more options.
Yes.
So my number 77 is Rattus. This is it's a game that we've played. I think we only played it about 3 or 4 times. Just twice.
Yep.
But we just got a copy of it, so we'll be playing it more. Got the expansion. It's a quick little area control game. A lot of fun the artwork on it is really nice.
Components are nice.
And the special powers. We're still learning all the special powers. So this game has a lot of replay for us. 2 to 4 players. It says about 45 minutes. Usually goes around an hour for us, but we're still pretty new to it. That's Rattus.
My number 77 is Maximum Throwdown. This game is stupid fun. You just throw the cards, and where they land is what happens. It's craziness. It was made in 2013. It plays 2 to 6 players, and we've played it 12 times. Plays in about 30 minutes, and it's action, dexterity. It's a card game. The art is really fun, and it's just a silly game that's good fun.
Yeah, it's fun to bring out new groups. It's a game that grabs the eye, so people walking by will ask you what you're playing. It's funny to watch people try to actually come up with a strategy for this, because it really is just throw cards and see where they land.
Yep.
But it's a really good game.
Absolutely.
My number 76 is Raw. We unfortunately don't have a copy of Raw yet. We did have the dice game earlier. Raw is one of the classic auction games. It is a push your luck auction game. So it's a lot of fun to keep pulling over tiles, and hopefully that the Raws don't come up when you don't want them to come up, and the auction starts before you're ready. It's also trying to time when to get certain things. It's a game where you're also, there's a lot of luck involved, and you're trying to take out as much luck as you can. So that's and we played it 3 times. Came out in '99. That's Raw.
My number 76 is Rattus. We have only played it a couple times, but I really, really enjoyed it. So I went out and got it for Kyle for Christmas, and I got the one of the expansions for it, which we haven't played at all yet, like you said earlier. It was made in 2010. It plays 2 to 4 players, and in about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on if you know the special powers and stuff, I think is what holds it up for us. It's area control, influence, and variable player positioning. The components are really nice, and the art is whimsical, which is fun. It's not as dry as some of the other Euros that we play, and I don't have any dislikes about it so far.
My number 75 is Timeline. It's a nice little small game that it says it plays 8 players. You can honestly, you can play as many as you want. This is the music one, music and cinema. We have 6 or 7 of these. Plays pretty fast. It's one of those games that when you put it out, still people come by and look at it because you get a big timeline of cards. You're trying to figure out when certain dates, certain events happen on certain dates, and so it's a nice trivia game, really. But it's a trivia game where you can guess a lot and not have to know exactly. So Timeline, a lot of fun.
I'm terrible at it too. And my number 75 is Devon. It is another one of the ones in the GIP series, which I love that series. The components are fantastic, of course. It was made in 2001, and it's a 2-player abstract. We've had about 8 plays on this one, and Kyle kills me in it every time. I do not know why. I am so bad at this game, too. 30-minute play time. It's abstract. It's got the grid movement. Yeah, that's my dislike is that you beat me every time.
Yeah, it's one of the few abstracts I'm actually pretty good at. We played this one at lunch a lot too. It's one of those games that's kind of weird because the setup is long.
Yeah.
But the setup's important. So
very.
I kind of wish I had a random setup almost, but it makes it interesting because it builds tension towards the end of this game.
It does. You think you've got it, and then you're like, nope. And that's Devon.
My number 74 is a game we actually got rid of. It's Puerto Rico. Really love the game, but we kind of got into this hobby a couple years ago, and everybody's kind of played Puerto Rico to death. So, and it's also a game that everybody also has. So it's not something we kept. I think we traded it away for something else. But Puerto Rico's the classic worker placement. It's the
roles that you can do too.
You've got different roles. It's one of those games I wish we'd played when it first came out and kind of enjoyed it with everybody else. But now when you kind of want to play Puerto Rico, most people don't want to play it, and so we got rid of it for that reason. But I still like the game. Number 74, Puerto Rico.
Or if they were really good at it.
Yes.
That's not as much fun either. My 74 is a giant heavy box. Tales of Arabian Nights. I flippin' love this game, and Kyle flippin' hates it.
Not a game.
Sad. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure game. Ugh, it makes me sad. I've only played it twice because we don't get it on the table because Kyle doesn't like it. So the components are really, really, really phenomenal in this game. It was made in 2009. Plays 1 to 6 players, but I don't play games by myself. So it's got dice rolling. It's got point-to-point. Point-to-point. It's got role-playing and the various player powers. I love that it's Choose Your Own Adventure. I loved those books growing up, and this in a game. The components and everything are really nice. Kyle doesn't like it, so we don't get to play it very often, but that is my number 74, Tales of Arabian Nights.
My number 73 is called Last Will. It is, if you've ever seen the movie Brewster's Millions, this is Brewster Millions in a box. This is you trying to lose all of your money. First one to run out of money wins the game. So very different mechanic where you're actually doing kind of a reverse engine builder where you still have an engine, but it's to lose money. Economic game, worker placement, a lot of fun. 2 to 5 players. I think we played it pretty much between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
We've played it 6 times, and have not got the expansion yet for it. The expansion does look interesting for it, but this one is just different. It's just a cool idea. It's just kind of reverse thinking. It's hard to teach actually because you have to teach people the opposite of what they normally do. But last will.
My number 73 is Amerigo and Shogun. Amerigo was put out in 2013. It plays 2 to 4 players. Kyle was super excited. We both kind of were super excited. It's Feld, so you know, we love Feld. It's got the tower like it does in Shogun. I think I like this one just a little bit better than Shogun, but we also haven't played Shogun correctly yet, so who knows. I don't dislike Shogun though. It plays in about 90 minutes. It's got the action point allowance, grid movement, and tile placement. The tower is really fun. You drop all your cubes in there, and some fall out and some stay in, and it's not as awesome as I hoped it would be, and I don't think it's got the best replayability.
That's true. This is one the first couple of times I played I was very excited about. The more we played it, the more I felt like there wasn't a lot of depth to it. The dice tower that came with it, actually, we don't even use.
We use the Shogun one.
We use the Shogun one because unfortunately in this one everything just kind of flowed through, so nothing got stuck in the tower. But mechanically wise, brilliant game. Theme wise, it's pretty light. I do like the game though, but it is pretty dry.
Yep. So that's my number 73, Amerigo.
My number 72 is Hatton Project. That was just on Tina's list. Again, not to go over things. Got to play this more. Only played it 2-player. I think it will shine more with more players.
I agree.
Just a classic worker placement game. It's got some little cool mechanics on how the workers come off, and that's when you have to pull them all off at the same time. So that feels different enough where it stands out from the other worker placements that we own. The theme's great. Building a bomb, getting to try to blow each other up is a lot of fun. Definitely mean. If you like your Euros mean, kind of like Kalis type mean, this one's really good. Hatton Project.
My number 72 has already been on Kyle's list earlier. Las Vegas. Lots and lots of dice in here. This game is way more fun than it should be. Like, I don't understand why it's so much fun. You're just rolling dice. You're rolling dice and you're trying to beat everybody else out for how much money is by that number on the strip. It was made in 2012. It plays 2 to 5 players. We've played it 11 times, and now we own it, so I'm sure we'll play it even more. Plays in about 30 minutes. It's got area control and area influence, lots and lots of dice rolling, and the components are really nice. And I think it's the most fun I have rolling dice. I don't enjoy rolling dice that much, and it's the one with the variable with the white dice. With the white dice,
and with the white dice, the alternate rule, it makes the 2-player game pretty good. We do play this one 2-player. I play it with Tina. We played it at lunch as well. So the 2-player in this one is actually really good.
It really is, and that's my number 72, Las Vegas.
So my number 71 is a really mean game on purpose. Kemet. Kemet is a kind of a hybrid Euro/war game. This game encourages conflict. If you don't do conflict, you won't win. You can't sit in your corner and just wait for other things to happen and win the game. This rewards being aggressive. One of my favorite war games. The buying the special powers is pretty cool. The monsters in these amazing little figurines they have, the miniatures that you actually get to use on the board and move around and control is really cool. Every game we've played of this one has come down to the wire. Always close games, always last move. Somebody did something to win the game.
It's never me.
And it rewards aggressive play. We played it 6 times. Came out in 2012. Really enjoy this one, Kemet.
My 71 I don't have, but we played it once. It's Jamaica. It was made in 2007. Plays 2 to 6 players in about 45 minutes. It's pirate racing, so what's not to love about it? It's very fun, cute art. It's got dice rolling, simultaneous action selection, and it has side goals, which I like. I always like those. The art is really cute and whimsical again, and you use the dice pips, so it's a little bit different than just rolling the dice, which makes it a little better, I think, for me. But
yeah, it's Bruno Cathala, which is something that we really enjoy his games, and I really liked this one. I was really bad at it.
We've only played it once.
We only played it once, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would definitely like to play that one again. But that's my 71 Jamaica.
All right, well, thanks for watching this list, and then we'll soon be into the 70s. Thanks.